Hello, I'm Jessica. Thank you so much for joining me for another great workout. Today we are going to be blending together a little bit of seated stretching, seated yoga, and a little bit of seated cardio, combining it into a really great stretching, gentle cardio workout for today. I have my chair. I also have a yoga strap here. If you don't have one, a long beach towel rolled up or a hand towel rolled up will work just fine. You might not even need it at all. Go ahead, get everything set up, and let's get into that warm up right now. Great job here. We're going to start with a few static stretches to really allow the muscles to lengthen out, and then we will get them moving in a little more cardio and dynamic stretching. Go ahead, grab your strap here if you are using that. And we're just going to start with it folded in half, or if your towel, you're going to be a little bit wider than shoulders distance apart in the hands. Bring it on up. And I want you to focus on bringing the arms up and back without flaring up and open in the rib cage. So use those core muscles to lock that rib cage down into place. Very good. Try not to hold your breath here. Breathe easy, opening up the rib cage with that breath. So feel good expansion through the front, sides, and back of the trunk of the body here. Great job here. It's probably starting to feel like a little bit of shoulder work. Bring it on down, and again bring it up, maybe a little bit further back this time. Keep that rib cage down. Drop it down, up and easy. Take it back. Going really gentle here into the shoulders. Let's go one more time here. Bring it on down. Let it rest to the lap. Take those hands together, stretch them up overhead, and fingers can come to the base of the neck. So thumbs resting just gently right there. Again, if you feel the rib cage opening, or if you feel like you're really straining in the neck to get there, just open the hands wide. Leave them there. They don't even have to touch. Great job. Nice stretch here through the back of the arm, little bit through the chest and through those big back muscles. Open it up, bend them back down. Maybe they're loosening up, maybe not yet. Take them up and over, release them on down. Give everything a great little shake there. Not using the strap for just a few more seconds. We'll come back to it, I promise. I didn't have you get it out for just one stretch. Go ahead, turn the head over to the right side. Encourage that left shoulder to stay down. So maybe grab the bottom of your chair or around the thigh as a gentle encouragement. Tilt the head down, looking towards the right pocket area. Really common area for tension in here. Raise that left arm and lower a few times here, feeling the stretch shift around. Last time here. Bring it on down, or roll that left shoulder up and back. Really focus on that downward movement. Feeling nice, opening there. And we'll do the same thing here. So look to the left, down towards the left pocket, but get that right hand over here, long in the shoulder first, and then continue to pull the head, looking down at the left pocket. As much as needed to have a gentle stretch here. Not an area where you want to really go for it. Be gentle. Keep the head here and go ahead, stretch the right fingertips up, release them back down. One more here. Great job. Give it all a little bit of a wiggle. Let's go ahead into some lower body stretches, and then we will put them all together again in a little more cardiodynamic stretching pattern. Strap can come around the ball of the right foot, and then just gently guide that hip in and back. And you see I'm opening really wide out here to the side. For some of us, this might be enough of a stretch, or if you would like, you can also reach the left hand forward. That's a lot going on at once. So if you just want to focus on guiding this leg in, that is okay. Little bit of a modification here of happy baby pose from yoga. Great pose to relax and open the hips, but also the low back, sciatica area, sacroiliac joint, really common trouble spots. Great job here. Ease that on down. Let's go ahead and take it over here. Same thing to the left side. If you're wearing shoes, it's not as important, but if you are barefoot, definitely get around the ball of the foot. The arch is a really sensitive place. Guide this leg in. Again, staying a little bit wide, knee opening out. Nice, gentle curve through the spine. So we're definitely not pushing up and forward through the rib cage or low back. Letting it all relax here. Should feel good. Anything that doesn't feel good today, skip or modify. Pretty please keep yourself safe. Your health comes first. That is the number one priority today. Ease that on down. Great job. Go ahead and step to the left side. You already have this strap in sort of a double fold position. Same thing with your towel. You can go ahead and loop the top of the foot into that. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to pick the foot up off of the floor, and we're going to allow the weight of the foot to draw the shoulder down and back. So you may feel a little stretching here through the front of the shoulder. The foot and leg are not actively doing anything. They're just giving a little bit of weight, and you're just sitting here in good posture. And then we'll go ahead, and I don't want you to crank real hard on this. Just bring the foot in closer to the back of the hip and let that knee drop and guide on in. Good. Now, before you feel this massive stretch here, just send the knee back further and pull the body up nice and tall. So we don't need to crank really hard on the knee to get a stretch through this front hip. This is an area that's pretty tight. It's easy to find without being aggressive in the knee or in the hip. Gently release that side, and let's go ahead, step to the right side. Time for left here. Loop it around the top of the foot gently. Once you have it in place, get yourself seated to the middle of your chair. Pull the foot up, and foot just relaxes down towards the floor. You can shorten your grip on the strap if you need a little less space. The weight, the natural weight, so you're not kicking, you're not pushing. The natural weight of the leg and the foot here is going to help draw the front of the shoulder open. Keep that shoulder back. Let's go ahead and switch it to the tops of the thighs here. So go ahead and gently bring that foot closer to the hip. Tuck the knee, send the knee back just a touch, just until you feel not even necessarily a stretch. We don't need to be aggressive here, just an opening, a lengthening here through the front of the hip. If we get really forceful here, which is very tempting, we think more is more. But if we get really forceful here, sometimes the muscle will have the opposite response. And instead of loosening to protect itself, it will tighten instead, which is the exact opposite of what we would like to happen here. Ease that on down, release the strap. Go ahead and set that to the back of the chair. That may come in handy later. And let's go ahead and get into some dynamic stretching here. Wiggle those hips forward into the chair. Get where you are nice and comfortable. Feet supported into the floor. We're gonna take our really good posture. So we're tucking the hips just slightly, making sure the low back is nice and flat. Deep core muscles pull in. And we're gonna tilt forward right at the waist. Arms swing up and back without bouncing through the chest, without sending the neck forward. Up and back, lengthening through those big back muscles. They tend to pull the back of the pelvis up really high, and it tilts the front of the pelvis down. Very uncomfortable for the low back to be in that position and have that pressure. So we're just working to open this up, nice and easy. Thumbs come up and back as far as you can without straining through the neck or the rib cage. Good, you'll start to notice the heart rate will increase just a little bit through these dynamic stretches, bringing in a little bit of that cardio component. Step it to the right. Swing this left arm back. Great job here. We're not forcing ourselves into a big movement. We're moving in a range of motion that feels good and natural and safe. And as those muscles loosen up, it'll get bigger on its own. You don't have to force it. Trust me, these muscles don't want to be tight either. We're not working against anything here. They want to work with us. Back to the center. Swing those arms up, bend at the elbows, and maybe touch behind the shoulders. See how far up and back you can get those elbows. Again, no straining through the rib cage or neck. Keep it all in line. Feel good. Feel what is happening in those hips. Make sure that they're not rolling forward, rolling back. No movement through the hips. We're really contracting through those lower core muscles here in a way that's going to prevent movement there. Step it over here. We'll take one more to the left. Swing that right arm up and back. Bring it back to the center. Both arms come up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms here. So focus on rising the chest up, not forward, and at the same time pressing those arms back and down. Reach it up and pull. Great job. I have a really hard time keeping my rib cage close here, so you may see me adjust. Sometimes I need that little hands-on adjustment to focus on that here. Great job. So I can feel it starting to open again. Stretch through the chest, through the shoulders here. Good. While you're working here, you're also gaining really good control over the pelvis and where it's going to be moved. Great practice to carry over through your everyday movements. Let's go ahead and go back into some of those bigger back muscle stretching. Step it to the right, circles forward. Now I've got a little bit of a forward lean here. I'm resting on that right arm as I'm moving this left arm, and that's just going to encourage a little bit more, I guess, weight when I hit the bottom here. If that feels good, you can do that. If not, you can just focus here more into the shoulder joint. Different options. Everybody's body is different. What feels good for me, for you, for your friend could all be very different things. Beautiful. Back to the center, pinkies forward, stretch them out as far as you can. Again, say it 100 times today without opening the rib cage. Rib cage, think about it staying closed. Using the core muscles to control that. Using the core muscles to control tilting of the pelvis. Good. Once you bring awareness to that movement, you might catch yourself throughout your daily movements more than you would expect to, even just reaching up for something on the shelf. Now that I know that I do that, I'm like, wow, I really open up through the rib cage to get there. No wonder I have such a sensitive middle and low back. I'm always bending into that rather than opening up through the shoulder and pec muscles here. We're loosening them up. It'll get better in time. Step it here to the left. Same thing here, option 2, bend it forward, adding more weight, opening the back muscles, or staying up a little bit higher, working more into the shoulder and those pec muscles. Whatever works for you. And bring it forward. Great job here. Now, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you a modification here because this might not be our most popular stretch ever. Middle back, increasing thoracic rotation has a lot to do with decreasing low back pain. I'm gonna show you the move here first, and like I said, I'll give you that modification if you hate it. Go ahead and pin that left arm here gently in between the legs. You can rest here and just hold on real tight to the thigh. Sweep and open. What we are doing here is we are kind of locking this side of the body in so that it cannot move. So that way you are not able to move from the low back. I'm not able to pivot really low from the hips, from the back. Locking it in. All of that movement is coming from the middle back. If you hate that, brace against your opposite leg. You might have just a smidge more chance of moving through the low back, but if you're more comfortable here and you're willing to pay extra attention to the movement, that's okay. Great job here. Take a few more. Nice and easy. My fingertips are here, but I'm not pulling on the neck. Switch it out. Same modifications here. Good. If you do have that arm in between the legs, I like to keep the rib cage on the thigh so I can really feel if I'm lifting that rib cage off the thigh. I know I'm cheating the movement just a little bit. Modification right here. Using that arm as a counter push. Let's take a few more here. Last one. Bring it on down, roll it on up. Great job there. Go ahead, find the strap. As much length as you need around the ball of the right foot. Let's go ahead, bring it up. Bend it in. Bring it up. Bend it in. If you're having a hard time controlling your hips here, you can lean in the chair. I do almost want them in a little bit of a tucked position to make sure that that low back is really long and safe. You can see I'm drawing my knee in. Maybe you can't see. Knee in towards the right shoulder, so I'm not so wide this time. Toes are staying flexed up, so think about pointing the heel to the ceiling on that lift. Stretching the hip, stretching the back of the leg and the calf. Great job. Stretching through the back of the ankle here too. I'm going to give you a great counter stretch. Take that on down. Release the strap. Send these right toes back behind the chair. And no pushing, just the natural weight of the leg easing forward, stretching the toes and the front of the ankle here. Give it just a few seconds. Notice the heart rate is coming up. Ease that on forward. Let's go ahead. Take this left leg here. Same thing. Flex those toes up. Lift the heel of your shoe or foot up towards the ceiling. Knee towards shoulder. Respect the boundaries of your body. There's no extra credit for bigger movements. Good. A few more here. Hopefully everything in the body is starting to feel nice and loose, stretched out, ready for the day, maybe ready for another workout or at least a nice walk or something outdoors if the weather is nice in your area. I'm sure you guys have noticed a lot of the workouts lately, the lighting has just been a little dark, a little gloomy, lots of rain, lots of storms. It's nice to have a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day here. Let's go ahead, fold this one in, set it down, take it back behind you. Again, same thing here, no pushing, no forcing, just letting it relax there. I think we kind of get in the habit of always having to do something. Come on, you can do it, push. And sometimes what we really need to do is just get the body into position and just let go. Let it relax, let it chill out, let it lengthen and stretch at its own pace. Like I said earlier, your body's not working against you. It's not plotting to secretly stay tight and bring tension and pain into the joints. Our daily movements, injuries, things like that, it just happens, but your body wants to feel good. It wants to move. Great job here. Take it to the front. Let's go ahead here. Take this strap again to the back of your chair and let's pick up those feet. Get a little more ankles here, out to the sides and in. So imagine like a maestro. Out and in. A little bit of side movement in the ankles. Circles in. Gentle, gentle. Circles out. Take them on down and then go ahead, just wiggle. Check in with your body. Maybe there's an area that needs just a little more attention. You can repeat any of the stretches from this video, or if you have your own favorites, now is a great time to include those in. Everything is ready to loosen up and work with you. For now, our time together is all done. Thank you so much for joining me for these seated stretching exercises. Little touch of cardio in there. Of course, if you would like a little bit more, there's lots in the playlist, a lot of variety on this channel. Those are easier to find if you are subscribed. And speaking of you amazing subscribers, we officially hit 600 subscribers, and I cannot tell you what that means to me, how much I appreciate it, and it really is all of you amazing, wonderful people that watch these videos, share these videos, that continues to inspire me to keep working with you guys, bringing you the best seated workouts that I possibly can. Not because it benefits me, but because I really think that it's my life's purpose to help other people feel good in their bodies, working around challenges. Like, I have a bad knee, my low back hurts pretty often. I still want to stay active. I want to age well. I want to move my body. So I really want to share that with the world, and you guys supporting me in that, it makes me feel fulfilled and it gives me purpose. So thank you so much for supporting me along the way, encouraging me. There have been times where I have felt a little like, oh man, okay, maybe I should stop. And then that's when a comment comes in, or a thumbs up, or a new subscriber rolls in, and I'm like, no, yes, we can't give up. We can do this. We can do this together. So I'm here for you guys, and it means the world to me that you're here for me too. So anyways, I'm probably rambling at this point. I will let you go continue to enjoy your day. Thank you for joining me. Meet me back here for the next workout. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching.